Whether you're looking for manufactured or natural stone to accent or update your exterior or interior project of any size, Centurion Stone of Iowa offers a variety of styles, patterns, and colors for every need. Centurion Stone, our own manufactured stone product, has the look and feel of natural stone and is available in over 200 color and pattern combinations. We also provide natural stone for interior and exterior projects. Our Des Moines and Omaha locations are open daily. Browse our wide variety of product samples with our helpful staff. They'll answer any questions that you have. Check us out on the web at centurionstoneofiowa.com. Hello, my friends. Welcome to POSTGAME. Iowa State loses in Athens, Ohio. My name is Chris Williams, and I normally don't do... It's a road game, okay? I normally don't like to do this until I'm done working, believe it or not. I just cracked a beer. You guys okay with that? If you're in the comments, please, can somebody just let me know if you guys are okay with me having a beer with you after this one. Although it doesn't taste nearly as good after a loss. I have a lot to say about this one, and I'm not just going to yell, because I think you guys, if you want that, just go look at your Twitter feeds or go to Psych One Fanatic right now. Nathan says, just know when to stop. Amen, brother. I know when to stop. Yeah, like, I'm not going to speak to the obvious here. I want to talk big picture, okay? And there's a game, there's a couple of things that I really am just going to focus on here. And they both have to do with the offensive side of the football. I'm not even going to talk about the defense today. They were out there 69 plays to 47. Iowa State, well, it was 3 for 11 on third down. Where's your first down statistic? This is what's great about the instant reaction, because I'm literally looking at all this. The first down stats were bad. Oh, 18 to 13. So Iowa State got some late, but whatever. There's two things I'm going to reference here, and then they all come together to make the same point, and I'm going to try and write a column about this later. So, there was a game, I believe it was Campbell's third year. It was that 2017 year when they went to Akron and lost, or they beat Akron, right? Y'all remember that game? Jacob Park started it, I think. But Iowa State gave up like a bunch of third and longs or whatever in the second half. And the following week, they played Texas at home on a Thursday, lost the game, but kind of won the war, because that was when the dime stack defense was created. Okay? The reason I bring that point up is because Matt Campbell came back to town and said, I've had enough. We have to do something different, because, like my old friend Mike Leach used to say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And when you look at these offensive numbers today, the yards per play is greatly skewed because of the end of it, but 1.7 yards per rush against a MAC team. Iowa State's running backs accounted for, I think, 11 yards of total offense. You can't run the football, okay? So, what does Matt Campbell always like to say? Players, formations, and plays. And so I'm reading right now. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it to you, because I don't lie to you guys. Everything I do here is authentic. Currently reading this book for the second time through. I read it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm reading it again. I love the man. It meant a lot to me. I just got through a chapter, my favorite chapter in the book. If you guys haven't read it, you should. Swing Your Sword by Mike Leach. Is basically how to use the entire field on offense. Now, Matt Campbell would, if Matt would hear me, because we've talked about this, because he knows how big of an air raidaholic I am, Matt would probably puke at my analysis, because I'm not saying he doesn't believe in this stuff, but when you read this man's philosophy on offense, and it's not just throw the ball all the time. That's not what air raid is. It's spread the field out. Make the defense defend the entire field. When you watch Iowa State's offense, what do you have to defend? A very small area of the field that you have to defend, especially right now when there's almost no presence of wide receiver play. You know, Jaden Higgins has come on, but how many, 6 targets? Put it this way. This is a better way to put it. The first 3 quarters of that football game, how much of the field did Ohio have to defend? Not much. In that fourth quarter, when you watched Iowa State's offense, looked pretty good, didn't it? Why? Well, because Iowa State finally quit being stubborn. Here's your problem. It took you 3 quarters to do it. I think Iowa State, let's look at the offensive line. Horrible bottom tier run blocking. Pass blocking? Not too bad. You have athletes, right? Like this Bramer. Even Stanley's an athletic guy. Daniel Jackson had some nice plays. I think Knowles got a shot. Higgins. You have some athletes. Sama. I'd like to see Carson Hansen in the pass game. Again, I can see this commentary going around the football office and me being canceled. And I am not solely saying screw everything and run the air raid. That is not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is that we've got to start seeing Iowa State stretch the field in some capacity. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be downfield, although I'd like to see more of that. Because I think you got a quarterback here. Do you guys agree with me that I just get shocked with like how dumb some people, he's not the problem. The quarterback isn't the problem here. The problem is your frankly really, really stubborn offensive approach here. And I know what they're doing to a point. I get it to a point, okay? We all knew if you listened to us all off season long what this season would have to be, and it would have to be, if you're going to win games, it would be win ugly and rely on the defense, okay? But one, and again, don't even talk to me about the kicker, okay? Y'all know, if you follow me, how big of a deal that is to me. You can't win football games like this without a kicker. You just can't. You can't win this way. You have to be able to make field goals. You have to be able to make field goals to win this way, in the way that they're going to try and play football. And that second one was a make, and technically it should have been tied, but whatever. We can't do anything about it. But you have to be able to make field goals. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, they might get a little bit better. This offense is not going to be good enough to consistently run the football in the Big 12. We've seen enough now. Like I said last week, I want to see through Oklahoma State. I take that back. I saw enough today. 1.7 yards per carry against a MAC team. Okay. And I agree with you, Steven. This is very astute. It's the zone running plan that's the problem. That might be. And maybe that's the thing that Matt, after this game, goes back and says, okay, we're staying up all night for 2 nights in a row, and we're completely redoing this thing. I don't know. I'm not that smart of a football guy, but I do know that I have my Bible right here. And my guy Hal Mummy and Mike Leach, God rest his soul, he's turning in his grave watching this offense because there's no field to defend. Like, I mean, and when they let their athletes get out in space and make plays, they're not too bad. So again, that's my hope. Like, I'm not on the Campbell needs fired. Like, I'm not doing any of that. Like, if you guys want that, then go on the message board and you can talk about it. I'm not going to do that for you here. I'm going to give you a drawn-out thought. One, you got to make the freaking kicks if you're going to lean on your defense. You just have to. I know it's boring. It's bad analysis. No shit. You make your kicks and you win today. You make your kicks and you're 6-6 last year. You can play this way and win, but God, it's not very fun, right? And if they don't make some changes on offense as far as philosophy goes, you're looking at a 1-2-3 win season again. 1.7 yards per carry against a MAC team. A good MAC team. Ohio's probably going to win 9 games, okay? Like, they're good. But still, it doesn't that's not part of this conversation here. So, like, to me, that's where it comes down to for me is we've seen Matt make bold changes before. And I know all the stuff about how young the team is. I get all of it. It's all relevant. It's all part of the conversation. But I'm telling you, this team's not going to be able to consistently run the football in the Big 12. It's not. So either you trust your quarterback and, you start going more. You have to use the entire field. Iowa State is using one, in between the tackles side of it's not working, and it's not going to work when these defenses get even better than the one you saw today. So that's basically my analysis. I know I didn't really give you guys much as far as the entire game goes, but you all watched the game. And now I will get on the game though. Like, isn't it maddening though that he literally made that kick, right? Like he literally made the kick. It should have been. I get what Matt was doing. I'm not saying it was right when he kicked on 4th and 1. I'm not saying it was right. Like, you guys can bitch about it, say it was a conservative call, whatever. He was trying to make it a 1-possession game from 2. He thought at that point that he had a better chance to make the field goal than he did pick it up on the ground. And frankly, I can't say I blame him because I don't have any faith in this offense in short yardage. I don't have any faith in it. I was thinking to myself, and maybe Van Winks and Hassel were making fun of me. Maybe I'm too conservative. I was like, kick the damn field goal and put it on the defense. Because I don't have any faith in the offense. I have no faith that the offense is going to pick that up right there. So, and what's frustrating is, they did it right. Then they got the stop. They go down and score. It should have been a tie game. But none of that takes away, though, the greater problem here, and they have to adjust offensively. My thought was, going into today, you looked okay against Northern Iowa. They really called off the dogs in the second half, so I didn't judge them too much there. Maybe I should have been more harsh. The Iowa game is the Iowa game. It's always freaking weird. Today, you wanted to see a step forward, and you didn't. You saw a step backwards offensively. And that's where the, red alert, 5-alarm, that's where you're seeing the reaction that you are is coming from. And frankly, I don't blame you guys. Again, though, so that's my big takeaway. I'm going to try and get that in writing where I can think more about it here. Guys, whenever you're doubting football, just pick up your Bible right here. You got to spread the field. I can scheme against that offense, and I'm not a very smart guy. You stack the box, you shut. Yeah, it's too easy. And they have good young players. You can tell. Am I wrong? Other than the line, right? Like, major problems up front. But when I watch Rocco Beck, Norton I'm a little bit, I don't know on him right now. I think Carson Hansen could be a really good player. I want to see him in the pass game. I would make him a wide receiver right now. I would. 26, Carson Hansen. I would make him a wide receiver this second. Bramer, Stanley's a guy, but he's athletic. You can use him if you're stretching the field. You can't use him very much right now, but if you're stretching the field, you can use him. Same with Daniel Jackson. Higgins has got something. Bitter, he's fine. Sama, put him at wide receiver. Just like, use your tight end. You have to use the entire field. And they're not coming close to it right now. Curtis, the MVP of the game was Friday night's caterer. Yeah, looking forward to learning more about that too. All right, that's what I got for you. We appreciate all of you taking this in, our friends at Carl Auto Group and Centurion Stone of Iowa. There's your post-game report. Presented, as always, by those fine sponsors. Iowa State suffers a 10-7 loss today in Athens, Ohio. Appreciate you guys watching. More than you know. We'll be back. Later.